Welcome back to Legends of the Tabletop. I'm Jonathan. I'm going to be your DM and host this evening for a special Novamir one-shot. We have partnered with Eldridge Foundry, who have provided us with our incredible full-color minis to represent each of our characters in our Arabelle campaign. Eldridge Foundry color minis are fully customized and shipped ready to play. So you should go and visit eldridge-foundry.com today because your character has 6 backstory rewrites and a trauma bond. They deserve a mini. Use code CHEESEBAGS15 to receive 15% off your order at eldridge-foundry.com. But let's get into it. So today we have some of our normal lap members, but we also threw in a special guest today. So everyone, welcome Nick.
Hi. I'm Nick.
He's Nick.
Yeah.
All right. So today we're going to do a Novamir one-shot. It's a world that we have built here at Legends of the Tabletop and have played around with a lot. So we're going to do a one-shot in... Oh, a lot. A one-shot in this land.
Because the name
Yeah.
of
There we
the,
go,
It's
yeah.
all coming
of
together
the
now.
thing.
Yeah, you see.
Lots. Okay.
Our story today is going to take you to the city, state, and territory of Glasgow. Strange whispers have started emanating from the northern town of Pike, and local wildlife is becoming aggressive and erratic. But your story starts at Blades and Banknotes, the home of your adventuring guild. It's morning. The sun is just creeping over the buildings, seeping into the streets. The night is leaving. It's a warm, cool spring morning. The shopkeepers are starting to open their doors. The merchants on the streets are starting to sell their wares. You find yourself in bed still yet. You are in the leeward district of Glasgow, which is full with entertainment, such as items such as the Colosseums and other well-accomplished buildings and other guilds. You hear the chime go off. It's a chime that you know very well. It's the chime of the front door. It's not overly loud, it's not overly alarming. It's just loud enough to get your attention. Now you know it's not your job to get the front door, so you roll over in bed. But you hear, a few minutes later, a knock on your door. And a little tiny voice speaks out. You know her well. It's Primrick Meadowhill, the receptionist for Blades and Banknotes. She calls out to you. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I need your assistance. Merrimil has a new mission for you. If you could just get ready and come down faster or quicker than a slow pace. I'm so sorry to interrupt. And she leaves your door. That happens 3 times. Nick, as Primrick knocks on your door, could you introduce your character to us?
Upon the third knocking, of course I throw a dagger into the wood. Pipe down then! Pipe down! And getting up is a druid Kenku named Cern Khan. Cern Khan is a 4-foot bird that is has black feathers that is flecked with silver. And he is here for the Adventuring Guild and trying to make a bit of money and move around often.
So you hear So sorry, sir. I know you like your early morning sleep, but you are needed.
You understand how
Yes,
birds
yes.
aren't early to wake up.
Yes, they're not early risers.
Okay, yes.
But the early bird gets the... No, never mind.
Well, you're about to say that. Anyway, I'll be right out. Give me a
Okay.
moment.
Thank you. And her feet scuttle across the hallway to the next door. Sarah, would you... Jesus Christ! Would you like to introduce your character?
Good morning. I'm just about to have some tea here. Primic, why are you interrupting me?
I'm so sorry, Genevieve, but you're needed downstairs. There's an urgent mission.
You know I have a morning routine, and I don't even have my cloak on yet. I haven't braided my hair.
I could help.
No, thank you. I don't want anyone touching my hair. You know I don't like anyone interfering.
Of course. I'm sorry. You're needed urgently.
All right. Let me finish what I'm doing here and get myself together.
I have breakfast already downstairs.
Wonderful. Let me just finish what I'm doing here and get myself together, and I'll be right down. Thank you,
Yeah.
Primic. Just please close the door. Just let me finish here. Thank you so much. So I am playing Genevieve Quinrell, who is from Belfort Keep. She is a high elf rogue, assassin, and she wears a long, dark cloak that has been treated with various oils so that it is weather resistant. I have a white blouse and a black leather vest. My hair is braided in all different varying size braids. It's very long, very dark. My skin is fair and my eyes are dark like onyx. I also wear very high boots that help me traverse across different very rugged terrains. And I'm a little bit of a loner. I don't really like a lot of people around me. And most often work by myself, but as being part of Blades and Banknotes, I have to oblige and work with other individuals.
Again, the feet scuttle across the hallway to the last door where she has made the knock. Brandon, would you like to introduce your character for the evening?
Brandon is playing Sean O'Hearn. Sean is a ranger. He's in his mid-50s, white or silver hair, depending on how you want to look at it. You could call him a silver fox. He's at about average height. Not too fat, not too thin. He's what the ladies like to say is just right. He's just right. Maybe a little bit of a dad bod, but he wears leather armor. There's nothing shiny about it. It doesn't stand out. Sticks with the earth tones. That way, he can fade in and out of things. He likes to be a little bit stealthy and stay out of sight. He comes from an island in Tithan Toll, and unfortunately that island is occupied by the Daimolians. He's a son of a lighthouse keeper, and his mother was a healer. Unfortunately, his land is taken over by the Daimolians, and he fought them for many decades, but in the last decade, a raid went badly, and it was either be killed or go to the mainland. And he has since been here wandering, gathering allies, learning lore, and waiting for his chance to return and take back his home Tithan Toll from those bastard Daimolians. He's obviously had a little bit to drink last night, and he's Primric, unless there's a horde of Daimolians, I don't want to be hearing your voice right now.
I'm so sorry.
Why are you yelling?
Marimir needs you, she whispers as gently as possible.
Do you have something that treats?
Of course, I know that you like to drink, so I've always prepared what you need in the morning to heal your ails? It's ale.
Good.
It's more ale.
Close the door and leave it on the floor. I will be down shortly.
She actually has a little ale, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a little vial and tops off your ale with a little extra something to help take the headache away. And she puts it down. She very slowly closes that door, and almost silently she's backing away.
As that happens, all of a sudden she just hears, as my body hits the floor. Oh.
All right, so you guys take a couple of moments to get yourselves together, and you're finally going to traverse downstairs for the first time this morning. As you come down, you can see in the corner Primrick. She is a 25-year-old halfling female. She has very soft, round features. So she has a round face.
Nice.
She has round, golden green eyes and wavy brown hair. She's usually adorned with just a simple dress and vest, but always carries a wicked-looking dagger given to her by Merimir. The dagger, you can tell, was specifically made for Primrick, with its golden handle and leather wrappings for ease of her use. You're not sure if Primrick knows how to handle such a weapon, but right at this time, you're never willing to find out. She's bustling around the first level of Blades and Banknotes, getting things prepared for you as you guys enter into the Grand Hall. Or that's what you guys call it. It's just a big room that you have meetings in. There is charred bacon on a plate for your consumption. There's also some burnt toast and some fried eggs, along with some ales or any other beverages that you might enjoy for the morning. You each look, and there are several seats that are strewn across the room, but Blades and Banknotes is a large company, and you guys all have your particular seats. And so you go to each of your particular seats and take up your station. You notice that it's just the three of you today, even though you have such a large company. A couple of minutes pass by, and good old Merimir Meadowhill enters the room. Merimir is a 130-year-old halfling female. Now, she is retired from the adventuring business, but she does own Blades and Banknotes. She walks in. She looks at the three of you. It's good to see you this morning. She has a cane, and she uses it, and slowly makes her way across the room. You know her to be wise and shrewd. You trust her that she will give you wise instructions as the owner of Blades and Banknotes. She takes a seat, and she looks at Primrick. Well, call him in. And Primrick's, oh yes, yes. Primrick was almost so taken with the three of you that she hardly pays attention to her duties. She's just enamored with what you guys do and wishes that she could be part of your adventuring party, but Merimir does not allow her. She rushes up the room and brings back a gentleman. You look at him, and you immediately know this is one of the captains of the town guard. You don't know him by name, but the way that he's dressed clearly shows that he's in the town guard. He has the town dark navy blue leathered pants on. He's wearing a chest plate that is polished and beautifully adorned. He has his sword by his side, and he is standing erect. He says, I'm Captain Reynard. I need your assistance. He is dignified, and his words hold authority with you. Maramir says, well, tell us what you need. And he says, there have been local reports, bad reports, coming from the north. I've put 2 scouts out. Neither has returned. We are asking of you to go and check it out for us. See what's going on. I can easily accommodate 150 gold pieces per blade and banknote to bring back the reports of what's happening near Pike. It's just south of the city. Would this be something you'd be interested in? Maramir leans back. She takes a breath. Blades and banknotes is always for hire. But is it something I'd want to waste my employees' lives on if your own scouts haven't returned? Well, it was just a scouting party. I've heard Blades and banknotes is more than a scouting party. And that's why we've come to you today. He scans the room and he looks at the 3 of you. He sees that you're more than capable of what his city guard would be able to do. I mean, look at all of you. I've already adorned your weapons, but yeah, I mean, one of you might be passed out. But for the most part, you guys look like you can handle yourselves. He looks down at the kingpin. Yeah. What do you do?
What don't I do?
That's what I'm talking about. This is why we've come to you. You have bravado and steel in your voices. He looks over to Sean. You gonna be okay over there?
I just have a little bit of the hair of the dog and I'll be good. Just not so loud. That's all I ask. But I'll be fine.
Okay, great.
Just need a little bit of this bacon.
Oh. And you, my lady? He actually is a little taken aback. Having seen a high elf only a number of times in his past, he gives you the grace and dignity that one would to a high elf. My lady.
Yeah, I will be fine at myself, actually. I could probably do this on my own, but, here we are. I'm always interested in a mission, and...
One claw.
Throw a piece of food at her.
This is my life's work as a hired assassin, so of course I'm interested.
150 gold, and of course, the normal fee for business, 200 gold to the guild. And Maramir, she thinks about it. Give us a moment. And he, before leaving the room, hands her what looks like a script of piece of paper for her to review the contract. And he steps out, and Primric takes him and leaves with him. The door closes, and you guys have a moment to speak with Maramir, just the 4 of you. Is this something that you would want to take on? He was very vague, and she reads, yes, just 2 scouting parties have been lost over the last fortnight. looks like there's been some weird things happening with the animals.
The scouting party has been gone for all that time, and he just now wants us to find them. No one has tried to find them, and just up until now.
Give me a wisdom check.
17.
Yeah. So you would know that the way that this is probably going is that you're not the first party that they've gone to try to recover their lost companions. And so he's just going through, and at this day now they're at Blades and Banknotes. So they've probably been trying to find these people for several days, but you're down on the list of parties that they were to go out and ask for.
So do all of you think that perhaps the others have been unsuccessful in finding these scouting parties, or do you think that no one else has wanted to venture out to find them, that it might be too dangerous? I mean, Sen, would you I mean, if there's issues outside of here, and perhaps you can talk or find out if whatever's going on with the creatures, if they've changed at all in their attitude, do you think that perhaps you might be able to use your skills to find some information for us?
Well, I think I'm going north anyway. So I think, a good word with the guards, and figure out what's going on with the animals. The animals are my friend, so if they've got a problem, I might have one too.
They are. And what do you think, Sean? I mean, do both of you think that it is true that maybe might be very dangerous, and that is why others have not wanted to look for these scouts? I mean, I don't mind danger, and of course I can handle myself. But what do both of you think?
Well, I'm thinking that there's a reason that they're called city guard. It's because they're only good at guarding inside the city. Once you get them outside, they're useless as tits on a borhog.
Shitty guard.
Huh. Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but I would say that they're probably lost and sucking their thumbs somewhere in the woods. Honestly,
I agree.
I think this is an easy 150 gold.
Took for the 2 scouting parties, and Sen, you'll obviously.
Do we have to bring them back?
I don't know. I mean, do you even think they're still alive?
I think they're probably just lost. I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, so are we all in?
I'm game for it. I think it'd be an easy 150, and then I can go back to drinking.
Meramir, do you agree? Do you think this is a good business transaction? I mean, I am in the line of work as a hired assassin, so of course this interests me, but do you think it would be beneficial for us for the Blades and Banknotes?
So your time with Meramir, you would know that if she takes a job, that it's something she thinks you can handle, and she would never willingly put you guys in harm's way that is too much for the group. Her business is to be successwoul.
And business is good.
Killing is my business, and business is good. Yeah, you would know that this is her business. You are her product. She would put you in harm's way because that's what you do, but never intentionally to get you guys to actually, perish. So she sits back one moment, and she is still reading over the documents, and she says, "It says nothing of returning their scouts. Just find out what the problem is. Solve the problem and come back.
I typically.
If you do find the scouts,
Okay.
we'll charge them extra."
Do we know what kind of area that they sent them to? Is it, I don't remember him saying exactly. The forest? Is it the plain? Is it mountains?
Just north.
She rings a bell, and Primrick returns with whatever his name is. Wow. What is his name?
Oh,
Reinhardt?
Yeah, Captain
Yes.
Reynard.
Reynard.
No, yeah.
She returns to Captain Reynard. And do we have a deal? And you can go ahead and ask her.
I was wondering, what kind of area did you send him? Because you said north, but then you said south, so I wasn't sure. So we're going north, yes?
It is north of the wall
North of the wall,
of
okay.
Glasgow, up towards Pike.
Oh, I'm a little bit foggy still. What's the area? Are we going into the mountains, or is this still in the forest?
So it's still in the forest. It's the King's Road that takes you straight to Pike. So very direct.
Oh, okay.
You won't be traveling anywhere that isn't well traveled.
I'm not too worried about
Our
that.
scouts haven't returned yet.
Well, they are.
Maybe it's a good time.
Well, I'm in. I mean, I like being in the woods, a ranger and all. That's where I prefer to be than this brick and
Beautiful city of Glasgow, yes.
Indeed. Well, but I'm in if my two friends are.
I think it would be a good idea to take part in this journey, this mission.
I was going either way.
Well, then,
Well, if that is the case, and he puts his hand into his purse, and he looks to the three of you, and he pulls out 3 small purses and hands each of you a purse. And then a 4th purse he hands to Maramir, and he goes back into his larger purse and gets 50 extra gold and hands that to her. He's paid you in full in advance.
okay, I'm just going to lean over. I'm going to reassess what I said before. This might actually be something. Paying in advance.
I often do get paid in advance. I'm just going to count and make sure there is actually 150 gold in here. Seems to be all there and accounted for. I appreciate that very much.
Well, if you can't trust the town guard, then who can you trust?
Yes, we are good. Our word is bond. James. I don't know what that means, but I've heard it somewhere.
Like junk bonds?
Like junk bonds.
Well, all the gold is here, and I mean, in my line of work, this is just a typical day, I guess, for me. So, shall we get our things? If you boys need anything from your rooms, and head on our way.
I'll just grab me bow and the arrows. I should be good. I got everything else on me.
Oh, I gotta go back to the room.
Okay, well, make it
I
quick,
could-
son.
Yes, and I run upstairs and I
I'm
come.
just picturing this big crop, like.
Yeah, just
I still can't get used. I know we've been with him for a while.
Can't Coo get used?
I can't get used to like almost every time he talks, it's something different, and I know that's the way they are. But oh, blimey, it throws me off.
Just have a little bit more of your ale, and maybe that.
I'm sorry about that. Yep, I've gotten. I've been drying worms.
Oh, how delightful!
Hermrick chimes up at hearing this. Would you like for me to have any prepared for you when you get back? I can run to any of the shops in town and get more worms.
Yeah, and I pull out a little display case of how dried worms can get.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
I hold it up to it. See, I like a 4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right, because it's crispy, but it's got a little bit of that juice in it. So you, like, it snaps, and it's tangy.
Is that a bloodworm?
I stick it back in my bag, and I suit up. I'm ready.
Yeah, I will absolutely get that for you.
A 4.
A 4.
Okay.
Is there any particular vendor that you go to, or would you like just for me to find
Mostly the dirt. Yeah.
the dirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
You want me to
short?
dig, or should I go to the fishmongers and find worms from them?
I actually like rocks. I like under rocks. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get them personally for you then.
Yes.
She's like super excited that
Yeah.
you've given her like a
Yeah,
task to do.
Yeah.
Like she feels like this is her way of getting to be close to you. Oh my god.
Give it a little fist bump. We're a team.
She blushes. Is there anything I can do for anyone else while you guys are out adventuring?
No, Primrose, you know how I like to have my sheets, my linens.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
freshened
No,
and
I will.
turned down and everything plumped and ready just how I like it. But you know, I'm very particular about all of the linens and things being pressed and perfect.
Yeah, I feel like you're so awesome and everything is just so. And like I would love to see you like out adventuring because I would imagine that like
Oh, my braids still stay
when
as is and perfect.
you're in action, everything is just perfect.
Of course it is. Yes, it's exactly how you'd picture in your head.
That's so cool.
It is very wonderful.
Lass, don't go
Sure.
in my room. Don't touch
I'm
anything.
never going to
Don't do anything.
I only put the ale outside right inside the door for you in the morning.
I'm picturing Sean's room like completely disaster.
Oh,
with
yeah.
sheets hanging over the windows to block all
It's
sunlight.
like ripped like from like me falling out of bed and then trying to get myself up. Like I know where everything is. It's exactly the way I want it. Don't touch anything. Don't do anything. If you do that, you'll make me happy.
What you don't know is that she's in there all the time, eating out like the food that is rotting.
There's stuff
that you
under the
don't
bed,
even realize is
shoved
there.
under the
But
mattress. It's
everything
just
else
like,
stays exactly the
Yep.
mess that you wanted.
yep. There's like
Flipping
a
over things,
layer
like
of dust,
plates.
bits of armor, and other little trinkets that I've, stuff I've collected over the years. Books and yeah. Okay. On that note, whatever you put in that ale, I'm feeling
Yeah.
right as rain now.
Little
No, there's a couple
yellow
of-
new print.
Of places over in the educational, in the
Apothecary?
yeah, there are a couple of apothecaries. Thank you.
Apothecaries, hi.
There we go. We got the word out.
Do you want her to read it?
You know what? We're just gonna
Roll the
There are a few apothecaries that have exactly the things that you always need, and it's my pleasure and my honor to
wait.
get it for you.
What are you trying to imply there, lass?
But sometimes after a long night, you just need a little help in the morning.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't,
help
falling into stereotypes or something there.
You're almost my favorite.
Almost.
I tip my hat.
As it should be.
Almost like my second
I'll
She
take
says,
favorite.
Skim is amazing.
Oh,
And Uncle Archie, like, sometimes he makes me like change his diapers, but outside of that, he's
Does
really
he-
awesome too.
No,
Also-
no, he always sticks you with the bill. Don't trust that
He
snake.
doesn't let me go out.
No,
I would love to go out. Can I come? Can I come?
no, you absolutely cannot come with us. Does Uncle Archie, does he insist that you also call him Uncle Archie? Because he did that with us as well.
I call him Grandfather Archie.
Okay, that's fine.
He's only like
It's Archibald.
10 years older than me, and he acts like good God, maybe
But that's part of his
not
charm,
20
right?
years.
He's allergic to chestnuts. Just keep that in mind.
And he makes me get them all the time.
I know he does.
He loves them.
It's fine. And Skim, dear God, his whatever he
He
has
played the
on his-
spoons for me once. It was really cool.
I took away his spoon without him knowing, and somehow the bastard got another one. I had to listen to him do the.
Well, he asked me. I always get him extra spoons.
Don't talk about it.
The hair.
Don't talk.
It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
No, I'm sorry, Skim, if you.
And Merrick,
hear this.
he sometimes like tells me stories.
Yeah, he does.
Which
He
they're
spins
really
the
good
yarn.
stories.
He was kind of odd.
Yeah, but like, I don't have a dad anymore, so
I'm just rifling through my bag, right? It's just very loudly, just moving things around.
but I don't want to hold you guys up. But
No, please don't.
Yes, save your daddy issues for Merrick.
She almost looks like heartbroken.
Oh, don't.
Sean, please don't. She's.
And as she says
There are
that,
very few people that I like, but she's actually.
Maramir
very
just
sweet.
gives you like the most evil stare ever
Maramir,
from
I'm-
across the room.
He's half drunk at all times. I do apologize, just as I do for Archie and Skim and all of them.
Well, if you've lost your
Primrick.
home, you'd understand.
I don't have any family. I don't talk about it, and I don't frankly care.
Oh.
But We're very sorry. We meant nothing by it. Apologize.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just antsy to get going and do the incessant talking. And
Everybody give me a history check.
Oh boy.
here we go. Yep. See what I started. Ooh, that's not good.
Got to be starting something.
12.
7.
That is a 5.
Oh wow, you're worse than I am.
So, sir, you would surmise that the way that Maramir reacted to that Primrick's father was an adventurer that she lost in service of Blades and Banknotes.
Oof.
And that's why they probably don't let Primrick go out. Because Maramir just has so much guilt.
But I'm assuming that we don't.
You
know
don't know
that. Okay.
I go home.
Oh, I'm. I apologize, lass. I meant nothing by it.
She goes, it's already been forgotten. And she gets up and walks. As she walks out of the room, she says, if you need anything before you adventure, let me know. And she slowly makes her way out of the room.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I didn't think you'd be an asshole. Calculate for the future.
I mean, I'm nursing a hangover and she's got daddy issues, and I just. How was I supposed to know about
That's
that?
the average situation anywhere you go.
Just be kind to her, please. She's adorable. I don't like a lot of people, but she's very kind, and she always puts everything exactly where it needs to be in my room and keeps my linen starched and... Okay, rummage. Shall we go on our way? Do we need anything else, Maramir?
He's like nesting over there.
Maramir is laughing. It's just Primrick.
Oh, so
The three of you.
All right.
shall we... Do we have everything that we need?
Everything I can think of.
Shall we get on our way so we can take King's Road to Pike? Is it up in that direction?
Yes.
Sen, I know you're quite fidgety. Do you have everything you need?
Yeah, do you?
Of course.
Okay, yeah. Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah, let's go. You just hear him kind of saying, "Oh, of course."
All right. So you guys are making your way out of Glasgow. So you're going to go through Leeward out to the eastern gate of the city of Glasgow and head up north the King's Road.
There's no compass rose on here.
Everything is normal that you would be able to tell as you traverse. You're given a horse and carriage, so that it's not a walk for you guys. So like 2 to 2.5 hours into your journey outside of the city of Glasgow. The city is now very far in the rear view. You can't see it anymore. You're traveling on the road. It's the King's Road, so it is very well traveled. But you do have forest to either side of you. As you look, you can see some dense undergrowth, and a sudden hush falls over the forest. Ahead of you, nestled in a mossy clearing, lies a perfect circle of towering standing stones, each one weathered by time and covered in creepy ivory. The stones range from 8 to 12 feet tall, and all seems angled slightly inward, as though listening to the center of the circle. Faint blue glyphs shimmer across their surfaces. Arcane symbols start pulsing like a heartbeat. The air inside the circle appears distorted, as if viewed through rippling water. The moment you approach the edge of the ring, a soft wind kicks up, despite the still trees. Then the stones begin to whisper. No answers if you question me. I'll question you instead. But if you shout, I'll answer thee. I'll say what thou hast said. What am I? No answers if you question me. I'll question you instead. But if you shout, I'll answer thee to say what thou hast said.
Amir.
What am I?
Do you shout, let it all out? These are the things that okay, are you an 80s band? Okay. Just wondering.
Say some fact. Thanks, Amir.
But Amir doesn't answer you.
Well, sound bounces back at you.
But it doesn't answer questions.
What it does.
What kind of... Oh, you talk about them magic mirrors?
Well, I mean,
Oh, Rapunzel.
it doesn't give you an answer, but it gives you the same question you just said to yourself.
Am I the only one that thinks he's a little bit...
No, not at all. He's perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Perfectly.
Perfectly fine.
You think this is a... Can you repeat that once more, please?
Yeah, absolutely. No answers if you question me. I'll question you instead. But if you shout, I'll answer thee to say what thou hast said.
You are an echo.
Is it some sort of echo that we hear when we're in the circle?
Is that because I'm going to count the number of times
Oh,
that
God.
you don't get it. So I'm just waiting to I know you guys have said stuff, so when you actually have one that you want to
No, if you shout and
respond, I'm not saying you're right or
it's
wrong.
It's
I'm
not
just
going to answer the question.
tell me when you have a
Yes, what
definite
it was.
But
answer.
if we say something and words come out of our mouths,
It'll be an echo.
we hear it back, and that is what the answer is. Do you,
I would say, yeah, that you're an echo.
final answer? Final
You ready?
answer.
Okay. So
From phone a friend.
as Sean says,
I get ready
you're
to
an
jump
echo.
out of the way.
The
Answers on the board.
stones that were there start to pulsate more, and then they slow down and they dissipate. The stones that were everything was pulled in straightens back up. Everything becomes more calm as you have answered the riddle correctly. The clearing magically changes. Instead of these stone statues, there are stones, excuse me. Instead of these stones, there are 3 iron-clad statues in front of you. Almost armor standing in those spaces.
Did anyone else just see what I just saw?
No, that was quite bizarre. I mean, we answered the riddle, and now we have these. Does it all appear that it just looks like armor?
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe the air was
There's
still...
these 3 figures of armor that is now standing here. There are no bodies in them. It just appears to be armor. Is that correct?
Yeah?
Can I hit an Arcana check on the armor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Let's see. That's just 3.
Okay. So you would walk up to it and you knock on it and you put your ear to it and you can hear the reverberation of the armor in the hollowed, because there's no body, it's just a hollow. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, it's armor. Standing stationary.
do we see any sense of magic anymore? You said that it calmed down, but...
The magic of the illusion has calmed.
Sen, do you...
Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why
You know,
not?
my Arcana's so high.
That's fine.
That's 14.
All right. So you
With a
look
negative.
at, and then you realize, there still must be magic, as there's normally not just and there's not armor that doesn't have an individual in it just standing around. But it doesn't seem to be moving.
And there's no sense of any other thing manipulating that I can tell around.
No.
Do I? Oh.
No, it's fine. Sam, do you notice anything? I mean, you're all very keen on nature and other animals. Do you notice anything that maybe Sean and I don't? That's a little off, perhaps.
The nature of the metal and the stone. Is that what you're
The
saying?
nature of the metal and stone, or just the creatures that are. Is there anything that seems off to you?
Is there any nature? Is there like
Give me a nature
plants
check.
or grasses? That is That's a 6.
Okay. You can tell that what was there was absolutely affecting the surroundings. And for a place that should have a lot of animals, there are none to be found in this area. So they're either gone or they're avoiding it on purpose.
I don't think there are animals.
There are no creatures at all.
Remember, it's very silent here. There's
At
no
all?
chirpings. There's no rustling of
There's nothing
things
at
in
all.
the woods.
There's. I'd like to investigate and see if I. Or not. Yeah, I guess investigate. See if there's anything. Or is there anything else other than this metal or armor or anything else? You want to roll for it or. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
That is, again, with a negative, I have a 17.
Okay. So this is the only thing that seems to be in this clearing.
Genevieve is going to she's very concerned. This seems very off. Just in case, she's going to dip some of her arrows in a little bit of poison in case they're needed for any sort of defense.
Okay.
Well, what did the two of you gentlemen want to do here?
I mean, I don't see anything else. And there's no sign of any more magic at this point other than what's here.
These arcane symbols, do you think they are giving us any sort of information, or
Are the symbols still there or they disappeared?
They disappeared.
disappeared? Okay.
Can I do a general perception check?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Just any kind of levers, buttons,
Okay.
markings on the wall.
Like an Indiana Jones kind of?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With your Indiana Jones hat.
That's all right. Good pluses. That's 15.
Yeah, you look around and give me it with advantage, because I'm also going to say you're doing a nature-ish thing with being a druid.
It's a 15.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that that one?
So you look around and
Don't use that dice.
Yeah.
Dice show.
You guys gave me this one.
very slowly you start to realize that the portion of the forest is starting to return to a more natural state. So you feel more comfortable in the space. When you first entered it, it felt cold and void of what nature should be in this area. And now it's becoming more familiar to you again, and you're feeling more comfortable. But you don't see anything that's out of the ordinary. In fact, the ordinary is returning to this space.
There are no footprints, nothing that might indicate that these scouting parties have.
You want
Walk
to do a
through this
perception check
area?
for this scouting party?
20?
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Genevieve, I would say you would walk past where this clearing is, and you see arrows that look like they have been shut, sticking in a couple of the trees further out into the woods. So they look like they've been shot. And I'd say you picked up that you also see a dagger and a sword that are broken.
Blades are broken. Can I relay that to the party?
Yep. And everyone, after you relay that to the party, everyone give me a history check.
15.
12.
11.
Okay. So as a group, you guys would be able to notice that with your time spent in Glasgow and, being in that city and seeing City Guard have a very specific weaponry that they would use because they're being armed by the same blacksmiths. And you can tell that these are a City Guard arrows and City Guard weapons that you have found. But there is no remaining parts of the actual City Guard. They're completely missing, but you see some of their weaponry.
I think it's the scouts.
Well, obviously, I mean, it looks like it's their weaponry. Would you not agree? There's the arrows, there's the broken daggers.
So with my natural explorer background, and because we're in the forest, it enables me to be able to learn the exact number and size of like creatures or like things that have passed through. So how many are we? Oh, how many are we looking at? Well, I think I've got a bit of the spell of you.
I mean, right? What are you looking for?
I'd like to know how many individuals there were.
There were.
And the size, like if it was humans and then you had some creatures of some sort, like I'd be able to tell at least how many there were and their sizes, not necessarily what they were.
3 scouting parties.
There's 2
Or
scouting
2
parties.
scouting parties.
Or the third.
I would say you'd be able to tell with a nature background.
And also,
One scouting party was in that area, and I don't know if you'd be able to discern. Give me just a straight intelligence check. Everyone can give me an intelligence check as he's like telling you.
15.
Great. As he's telling you what he's been able to
15.
foresee. Great.
15.
16.
Awesome.
Ooh, so
Awesome.
Solid.
sweet.
So, with the combined
Yeah.
intelligence that you guys have, you would look back to the armor and know that the armor is magical in nature and that they must have been slayed by the armor.
Oh, I'm thinking that they didn't answer the question correctly. I mean, they are town guards. They're not the smartest bunch. Oh, that's tragic.
They were magical when
But
I
wait.
checked them.
Yeah, they were.
How come we don't see any bodies? Well, so with that, I'll be able to tell how long ago things were in that they were there.
It's the last 14 days.
So it's
Fortnight. I mean,
so it's
obviously.
it lines up. So between that, I'd be able to tell. It looks like at least one of the parties met their end around here, and by the looks of things, it was by those metal things.
Well, and there's the arrows and everything. There definitely was some sort of fight that was here.
I'd agree with you. I don't know. Doesn't
I feel
seem
like
good.
Genevieve's dancing around on footprints like in Princess Bride. She's like,
There was a fight.
it's a fight.
Oh, yes.
Well,
masters.
fought a giant.
But there's no sign of the other party here.
No.
Okay, well, it looks like we found one. Can I look around and see if I see anything that would definitely be something that would identify that it was part of the party, one of the parties?
Well, you have
the sword.
their
the swords.
weapons are absolutely town guard.
Okay, I'm going to take one of the broken ones, and I'm just going to take and put that in my satchel.
So just have it as proof.
But it looks like they met their end.
All right. Well,
So you guys have traveled 2/3 of the way to Pike at
Is
this
it like
point.
mid morning at this point? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. High noon.
And how much further do we have to go?
Another half an hour to 40 minutes.
Right.
So, gentlemen, do the two of you will want to continue on from here? Yes.
I would say yes. I mean, as I said, I don't see the other group, so they didn't come through here.
Okay. And do we notice that, like, I mean, I know I already looked for footprints and things, but is there any clear path and footprints going in the same direction that we're going in?
Yeah, I mean, this is just
Just the road.
one road.
Okay.
So it's either you're heading back south, back to Glasgow,
It's
or
just King's Road that we're traversing on.
one
Okay.
of so the King's Road is one of the main roads that run through.
I'm sure there's a
world
lot of
Novamir
footprints and wagon wheel tracks and everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so all right, so gentlemen, shall we continue forth?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to just keep alert as we're going along, see if I see anything that would make me think that it was one of the scouting parties.
Okay. So as you travel this last bit up to Glasgow, you can tell that that same feelings starts to come back. There's a void of animals. It feels cold. Even though you are traveling north, it's colder than would be expected. And it's more quiet than you would ever know the forest to be.
You don't hear any birds, do you?
It's quite curious.
I'll do another. I guess perception check. Is there any? I don't know. Is there anything on the ground that's worrisome, like strange markings or?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I'm doing great rolling today.
No.
Nice job.
This is 12.
12's good. So as you are approaching Pike, you can see that less and less of the road is traveled the way that you would expect it to be for a town that is connected to Glasgow, because Glasgow uses the surrounding towns to do most of its like food bringing in. So it's less traveled than expected.
Am I able to? Did I already ask this? I don't remember. Am I able to pick out the footprints of the scouting party from, or anything like that that would kind of give me a hint?
I would say this. I would say the type of road that is on, it's not so untraveled that you would be able to tell, oh, this is, this fresh. It's a well-traveled road.
Do I see anything off to the sides, like that people have traveled off of the beaten path?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
All right, let's do a perception.
Perhaps like a bit of clothing stuck on a bush.
A dirty 20.
Right. As you guys traverse that last bit, you are very keenly looking to see if there are any breaks in the tree lines or anything like that, and you're not able to notice anything that's overly obvious to you that people aren't traveling the main road. So if people have traveled, they're specifically still staying on the road leading up to Pike.
I'm going to relay that. That does seem like they've continued on. So maybe the scouting party made it to Pike then, and just they haven't come back yet.
So as you guys look forward on your carriage, you do see that small town of Pike. And you notice that there's a green haze that seems to be seeping through the streets.
It's not purple.
It's not purple. And it's not acrid smell. You see a
Does
green
it smell
haze.
like fresh grass? Fresh
Fresh
grass.
cut grass.
cut
It does
grass.
actually.
Oh,
A green
FCG.
haze that is through the streets. It's eerily quiet. For a town this size, there should be movement that's going on. And as you approach, two figures start approaching towards you.
Jesus Christ.
They're not human, but they look like men. or what once could have been men.
Well,
They have tattered clothing, huge staffs with a crescent moon on them. One calls out to you. Go back to where you came from if you value your lives.
can I do a history check and see, with the traveling of the different lands, if I've seen something similar before?
I'm gonna give him guidance.
Oh, what does guidance do again?
D4.
D4.
Oh, that's not going to
Yeah,
help us.
Guidance.
That's
Should
going to be a 4 because my history is a -1.
So you stare into it. Ooh, nothing from a land that you can remember.
I'm gonna put guidance on myself. And then I'm going to say, do you know the wizard?
He's going to continue forward towards you. There are many wizards. Can you be more direct? The wizard that did this to us? And he pulls the hood back. You can see his face is elongated. Parts of his skin are eaten away, so that you can see into the muscles and part of the bone of his face.
What wizard did such things to you?
An evil wizard. Leave, or evil things will happen to you. This is now a cursed land. And he slams his staff down, and you can just feel a ripple effect wash in a 60-foot radius of him. And it pushes you guys back just a couple of inches. And that doesn't do you harm, but you can feel the force of whatever magic he's using.
Like a stone hitting water, it just kind of.
I step back up, and I say to him, we have been sent to deal with the wizard. If you can just point us in that direction. I'm going to use deception on him.
All right, give me a deception check.
And you still have guidance, right?
Yes.
Can I?
Ooh.
Can Genevieve speak to Sean while this is happening? Sean?
Okay.
I mean, we were all there in Blades and Banknotes. Did you hear anything about a wizard?
25.
Well, I was a little bit under the weather, so there could have been, and I missed it. But I think, I'm not sure, but I think he's trying to pull the proverbial wool over their eyes. Just plain wrong.
Who, Cern?
Who, sir?
He says, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's, 'cause we signed up to do this work, and I don't recall any talk of a wizard.
I don't remember it either, but let's see what happens. What's the worst that'll happen? I mean, as long as we don't look like them. Ugh.
No.
So as you guys are having that conversation, he says, the wizard is here? The wizard is here? And you can see he's getting visibly upset.
Point us in a direction and then be gone from here.
He takes the dagger that he's holding in his hand and stabs it into his thigh.
What?
Pulls it out so that his blood is on the blade, and he licks the edge of the blade.
Ugh.
He tastes it for a moment. Tell me the name of who sent you.
It's Captain Reyna.
I don't know if you should be doing that. I feel like there's some kind of hooky pooky
Lord
magic.
Greywin.
What? Lord Greywin?
Or something's going on.
The two individuals look at each other once they hear that name.
I think we've been duped.
The second falls to his knees. If he could cry, he would. It can't be, he says. The first looks down at him. I'm sorry, it must. And he takes the dagger and slits the other's throat. And he falls to the ground.
What?
You can feel the town pulsating from the loss of that life, as if the magic held within that individual is escaping.
Ooh.
The first looks to you. You have something for me. And he puts his hand up.
So the tried wins.
And I put the note.
What note?
He takes the note and he pulls a ring off that was holding it bound.
The One Ring?
And he opens and he reads. He takes the ring and places it on one of his fingers. For king and for country. And in an instant, he disappears. Standing in his place, though, are 3 animated pieces of armor. The magic starts to dissipate from the land. The haze starts to move its way away from the town of Pike. The armor, though, comes to life. Please roll for initiative.
Oh.
Well, this went well.
Welcome back. We are going to roll for initiative and then do some combat. So yeah, let's roll for initiative.
No, thank you.
Can I reject your reality and replace it with my own?
You can most certainly try.
All right.
Well,
Oh, that's a...
I got an 11.
There's a 13 on here.
Do you have a plus to your initiative?
I.
You included it?
That's the whole shebang.
That's fine. All right, so 20 or 30 to 25.
25.
25. So we'll have Sean go first. Then we will have 24 to 20, 19 to 15.
17.
We'll have CERN go second. And then, what are we on? 14 to 10. Right? You have an 11. So we'll have Genevieve. And the enemies will go last.
That's nice.
That's nice.
They look wholly unprepared for combat.
All right.
Oh boy.
Sean, what would you like? How would you like to start this party off?
Oh, I would like to turn tail and run. No,
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I guess I'm just gonna take aim at the one that's directly in the middle, and
This guy?
I'm gonna unleash a little bit of arrows at him. Gonna see how he likes them.
Sure.
So, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do my dread ambusher thing. So, I'm gonna attack. When I attack, I'm gonna make my first attack.
Can I ask a question before we roll that?
Yes.
I got a bonus action Zephyr Strike.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Sorry, hey,
No, I just want to make sure you have the opportunity to
He's recovering
get
from
that
a
in.
hangover.
not thinking about it. I'm
Maybe
still-
also in real life. I don't know.
You never know. Yes. So I'm gonna Zephyr Strike, and I've already forgotten what that does. But okay.
Gives you advantage on the first roll.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let me just roll that again. We're gonna keep the nat 20 on that one.
Sure.
So
A natural 20 does hit.
I would hope
Okay, good
so.
to know,
Actually,
good to
that would have actually been a 30.
Nice.
So a dirty 30.
A dirty 30.
So
awesome.
because I did Zephyr Strike, oh, how does this work? Oh no, actually yes. I'm sorry. I apologize to you that
Please hold. Your viewership is important to us. While you're waiting, check out Legends of the Tabletop on YouTube. Our Novamir
I'm sorry.
Anthology is
I-
available for
I-
your enjoyment.
I'm good now. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So that's 10 initial damage. Oh no, hold on. It's a 13 plus 10. Then I do an extra D8. So that's 13 plus 10. That's 23. Plus 2 force damage. And by the way, my bow is a +1, so it counts as all magical.
Mm-hmm.
25. 25 damage on the first attack.
What was the types of damage?
What with the bow, it was piercing.
Piercing.
You've got force damage on the hit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a two force damage, and the rest was all piercing. But it was with a +1 weapon, which would technically make it magical. I do believe.
Yep.
That would be delicious.
Heart stars and horseshoes and the big blue moons. Oh, it's so cold. No, sorry. I'm gonna stop there. And then so I get another attack. So because of that would be 24.
24 hits.
Okay, 24 hits. Okay, so then we're gonna go. That would be another 10 damage.
Heard.
Okay, and then I get a bonus attack because of my Dread Ambusher thing. And then if I hit with it, I do an extra. Okay, let's do another. I would assume that a 28 hits.
28 hits.
Okay, 28. And then I'm going to do 28. That is 12 damage plus another d8. That is 17 damage. And it's all magical piercing kind of thing going on right there.
All right. Cool.
I do believe that that does it for me. That is my turn, and then I am going to shift over here. What time of day is it?
It's midday.
Midday. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm going to shift over here. I'm going to say, actually, that's not, no, come back a little bit. There we go, because I get an extra 30 feet. Oh, I'm off the screen. Am I off the screen?
You are on the screen.
Yeah.
But we'll know you're 30 feet back. Okay.
We have these.
Sorry about that. I
Cool.
forgot.
So
Who is this, Brandon?
Sean unleashes 3 very quick in succession arrow shots to the middle animated armor, and just all hitting true into the spaces that are left that a physical body's not holding on to. It takes several steps backwards, but still fantastic. You did 53 damage in one turn. That was awesome.
That's what you get, you hunk of metal.
And then we will have
Yeah, my drink.
CERN.
I'm going to cast Summon Fae.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast him. Right.
I'm just going to use dice for your Fey Spirit.
Okay, I'll put him right here. Right in front of this guy. The middle one. So a Fey creature takes up that space. And does he need to get added into the
lineup.
Initiative order?
yeah?
Does it say it?
It goes
Or
right
does
into
it
you.
share yours?
The creature is an ally to you and your companions in combat. The creature shares your initiative count.
Shares your initiative.
But yeah, it takes its turn immediately that shares.
Correct.
Alright, and then I will bonus action wild shape into a cave bear.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Dear God. I always forget you can do that. Always catches me off guard. Whew.
Well, at least his voice stays the same now.
Does it?
We'll see.
Awesome.
Alright, so
Yes.
let's see. So I am going to use the bonus action fuming, and which gives my Fae advantage on the next attack roll.
Okay.
And then it's going to attack the one that's right in front of.
Yeah.
there. Keep going to use this with its short sword. 17 wounds. Oh, that's a nice spell. Is modded 26.
26 hits.
Yes. Cool. And then it is 7 damage.
7 damage. That is just that magic number.
Oh.
How does your Fae do it for this one?
Oh my god.
Oh, and plus a d6 of force damage. Sorry.
Okay.
Extra dev,
Yeah.
Gotta make sure.
just in case.
Plus 6. 10. It just pops up, and a little steam goes out of its ears, and it just stabs it, and then once it stabs in, it just starts shaking around.
So I stab it.
Just
Stabby.
yeah, just very stabby.
Awesome. So, yeah, what you would see is
Nice.
after it's been taking like all those arrow shots from Sean, a Fae Spirit just pops out of nowhere and takes him out. Cool. Genevieve, what's up?
I don't know because these dudes are kind of doing everything. Okay, I am within 5 feet of an ally. Yes. I'm going to take out my.
You mean the enemy?
I mean enemies. Yeah. I'm going to take out my arrow, my poison dipped arrows, put them in my longbow, and I'm going to shoot them at.
Actually, not within 5.
No, I'm not within 5 feet.
No, because the Fey Spirit
Right.
is 10. It was within 5 when it was killing.
Okay, so I'm going to use my longbow
But,
with
yeah.
my
Yep.
poison tipped arrows and shoot
This guy?
at him. Yes. Um, 11.
All right, and 11 bounces off the plate metal
Okay.
armor that he has.
And then am I within 30 feet of this building here?
Of which building?
This one right here?
Yeah.
I'm going to, as my bonus action, run over here and hide, kind of like duck behind this corner here.
Can you give me a stealth check?
That is a 28.
Okay. You think you're very stealthy?
I am very stealthy. Very, very sneaky.
Very, very stealthy.
Very, very sneaky. And that'll be it for my turn.
Cool. All right, the enemies. One has perished before the fight even started, and they will.
Just do it. Get up on that bear.
Get up on that bear.
You do it.
Get up on that bear.
We just start dancing in combat. Where's our
Right.
bard?
Ooh, actually, that changes.
I don't like that. I don't like
changes
that when
the
the
way
game
we're
says
fighting.
that. Ooh,
No,
Doing that.
back tactics.
All right.
boy.
Sorry.
Was that a
Attack
attack of Bob?
against you.
Or is he too far away? For my Fae.
Does your Fae have the ability to react? It does, sure. Definitely ran past me.
You can just do whatever you ask me to, can
I don't know if they have.
you?
Like, I know my clerics, certain things they can't take opportunity against. While you're settling that, does a 23 hit your bear?
It surely does. Not really.
I'm just sitting back and drinking.
That's good. They don't tell it to do anything, it just dodges.
Take on the first attack against you, 4 bludgeoning damage. And do you have concentration up for your Fae Spirit, or is it just up?
It is concentration.
All right, so it's a DC 10 concentration check to keep your Fae Spirit up.
It's up.
All right, the second attack does a 10 hit.
No.
All right.
Nice.
Then the second one's going to attack you. I'll give you the opportunity attack because I don't know if a Fae Spirit does. Just
It
let
didn't
go
say
ahead.
anything about
Sound off
reactions.
in the comments.
I'll go ahead and let it do it, and then
Um,
we'll figure that out for next time.
I'm just gonna say no advantage. 14 is 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
Uh, 15 damage.
15, nice. That was good.
Get
All right,
wrecked.
and then the second one is going to attack
Get bodied.
a natural 20.
Oh no.
It actually does not hit. So.
Legendary action.
Yeah,
does
it's
not.
a sweet spot.
If we don't have anyone that would negate that.
It's okay.
Whoops.
12 damage for its first attack,
That's it?
and then it's a 12 for the Constitution saving throw to keep your Fae Spirit up.
12.
All right, cool.
Wow.
And then its last
beats.
attack does a 17 hit your bear. And
But that's the thing with the group.
6 bludgeoning damage with a constitution
Not so
of
much. You're
10
still stopping it.
the face spirit.
13.
Perfect.
Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. That will bring up the top of the order again.
Done.
Scene.
Oh, I guess I have to take and put in some more work. So I'm going to take, in its bonus action, I'm going to do Zephyr Strike again. And then I'm going to remember that, oh wait, I specialize in sharpshooting. So I'm going to get advantage on my first attack. That would only be, with that I take a negative 5. So that would be a 14 for that. So and then that would be a 16.
Miss. So you pull back and it clanks up against the armor. You weren't able to get between the armor this time.
So a 16 did not hit.
16 does not hit animated armor.
Interesting. Okay, well, then
It's the arm.
since that didn't work out in the burn spell, I'm just going to try to hit it with my next attack. Not doing anything special. And that is going to be a 16 again.
Yeah, it's gonna miss again, unfortunately.
Booty
So the
cheeks.
that first time through, like each arrow was going in between where the missing plates of armor is. Now you're just hitting the armor.
That is garbage, I tell you.
Anything else you want to do? Movement wise, bonus.
I mean, I will shift over. I'm going to shift over there.
All right, so you're going another 30 feet.
Yes.
All right, so put your both back in frame, but I know you're 45 feet away. Okay, cool. CERN, you're up.
All right.
I softened them up for you.
Yeah, of course you did. All right. So I'm going to use my bear magic, which is my paws.
Which is my pause.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to bite first.
Yeah.
Tight.
At this one in front
Okay.
of me. Does I think the modded 24 hits.
24 does hit.
Nice.
Or it's actually 26, but
So honest.
yeah.
So honest.
I try to be. That's 10 damage.
Yeah. Good.
And then I'm going to attack with the claws. That's a nat 1.
Yes, second nat one of the night.
Okay. I'm not gonna do a botch. Just
Cool. That's it for mine.
just a miss.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna roar at him
Okay. Yeah. So like,
viciously.
you go in with the biting down on the armor. It bends some, and then you're scraping against its chest as you attack. Your Fey Spirit's turn.
Yes.
Okay.
He's also going to do. Let's see. I think bonus action. He's going to first.
Flank.
Not that he needs it. He's going to go and flank.
Cool.
And then he is going to bonus action Mirthful. The Fae can force one creature it can see within 10 feet of it to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. Unless the save succeeds, the target is charmed by you or by the Fae for 1 minute until the target takes any damage.
Interesting.
Is he in 10 feet? I'll do it on him. And a 16 wisdom.
With a Wisdom modifier of -4. I roll 6.
They're not that smart.
Yeah.
You have
Not that wise.
They're not wise.
Not
They're
that
not wise.
wise.
Charmed him up.
You've charmed armor. I've
I've
never
charmed
seen that.
magic armor. Well,
And now I am friendly to whom? The
bear.
Fae or the bear?
It lets me choose. So bear.
Okay. Bear. Heard.
I hear Ren say, hi.
And then I'm going to attack the armor in front of me with advantage.
Kill him.
Anyway.
Do it.
Double nat 20.
Literally.
That's a double nat 20.
Double that 20, baby. You don't get much better than that.
That's amazing. Yes.
He's extra dead.
Extra
Yeah, let that
Did I even roll damage? Or
let
shit?
that just sink in.
I wasn't gonna move about it.
That's
That's just where it is.
ridiculous. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Do you want to play more often on the stage?
Of course. After rolling so low in the beginning, I was like, surely something's building up.
Double nat 20.
Super awesome.
Amazing.
We'll sign
Awesome,
autographs afterwards.
Okay. Link in bio for signed autographs from Saren. Just kidding.
But roll some damage for me.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, I don't think it'll kill him, but roll some damage.
He's out here.
So it maxes. Max the damage, so I just roll once.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
6 plus 5. So 15.
Yeah.
And then 15 plus 5, 20. Damage roll.
20 total?
Nice.
Nice.
Woo! Man.
Nice. That's an
Giggity.
awesome hit in there. Anything else with your turn, or are you good?
That is it.
Genevieve, what do you want to do?
I
You've got some big shoes to fill now. I mean, I've done some damage. He's done some damage.
So I'm going to take out my longbow again and shoot him at this guy here.
You're shooting at this guy, the charmed guy, or do you want to shoot at the guy that's not charmed?
Oh, I forgot he's charmed. Yeah, the guy that's not.
Okay.
He's not charmed. I can't do sneak attack, can I?
You can.
I can't do
you're
sneak
within
attack
5
because
feet
I'm
of one of your allies, and
I'm
you
hidden.
popped out.
I'm hidden, right?
So
okay.
you get advantage on your attack, right?
Yeah,
Is that
I get
how
4d6.
hiding works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'll do this here
Roll with
first.
advantage.
Advantage. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do let's see for damage. 1d8. That is
Looking for health.
12 damage.
Barry
And then
has
I get
20.
4d6 for my sneak attack, right?
Yep.
What was your total?
42. Because of bears.
Gotcha.
If I get knocked out, it's fair.
20,
I still have 20.
23
then I'm
damage.
not gonna worry about
23
you.
damage?
23
Give
damage.
us a tag team.
All right. Awesome.
And then I'm just going to
Was that a poison tip dart? Because I thought you said you
it-
dipped poison.
Yeah, I
It's
did.
a
I
D4.
mean, I know it's a D4.
And use your
I
packs.
can.
I think
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
use
do
your
my packs here. Use my packs. Okay, so 25. Right, I said 23
Yeah.
plus 2.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
2. How would you like to end
yes.
that?
I am going to. When I take out my longbow, I want it to pierce straight through the center of his armor and just kind of have it like shatter with the
Awesome.
poison tips.
Genevieve sneaks out.
And then I'm going to tuck back in around that corner.
Can you give me another stealth check?
Yep. That is a 21.
Yeah. So you feel like you're super sneaky again, and you're able
Super sneaky.
to
Underestimated.
get back
Very
sneakiness.
out of sight. This would leave just this one piece of armor, and it is charmed to the bear, so it can't attack the bear. I'm going to
See, like,
leave
petting
the. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if I can see Genevieve. I cannot. the closest possible target is the Fae. I'm gonna leave your
Oh, does that
thing
attack him up?
Yep. So go right ahead and does the bear want to attack?
Is it worth it?
Do it.
Yeah, the bear.
Do
Does.
it.
All right. So since I have multi-attack, does that mean that I get 2 attacks, or is it's just
I'll
one? So
change
I'll
it
just
to
choose.
one.
I'm gonna swipe at it then with my paw.
That's
that
nice.
that hits. That's a mod 24.
24
Nice.
does hit.
And let's see here. 10 damage.
10 damage. Right.
You can do it again.
All right, and then it is going to take the attack against the Fae spirit that is in front of it. Does a 17 hit it?
Yes.
Right, some damage. 6 damage. And then it will take another attack at the Fae spirit. And a 17 this time.
Hits.
Right. And 5 damage. All right, still up. All right, Sean, you are up.
Oh, Sean. Well, he's just gonna take and repeat what he did before. So he's going to do a bonus action of Zephyr Strike, and then he's going to take and try to do his sharpshooter thing. If he was very upset that it just went through before. Now he's aiming for a piece of the armor. So that would be a 21.
21 hits.
So that'll be a 21. So no matter what, it's taken at least 10 damage. So now 21 plus that is going to be 8. So that would be 18 plus it takes the force damage. That would be 20 damage on the first attack.
Sure. Heard.
Okay, and then it's going to go for his second attack.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you know what? I'm going for broke. I'm feeling frisky. And I should not have. That's a 12. I get a little bit too excited and just let it loose without
Yeah.
actually aiming.
No, I mean that first arrow shot rings true. Its back is to you, and you can see in between some of its armor. You aim, and it goes to where the neck would have been, and finds chase there. And the second one is what? Finds purchase. What?
No, it doesn't find purchase. It missed.
No, the first one hit, second one misses. Okay.
Yeah. A whiff.
Awesome. CERN, you're up.
Do it, CERN.
Well, I'm gonna go do my
Finish him.
do some of the bare necessities. I'll move up.
Bare necessities. As we
Fortunately, we can't use that. Disney's like, we want our money.
I'll give you 2 cents.
Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
It's a dirty 23. Dirty.
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 I hear it.
Ooh.
13 damage.
13 heard.
Nice.
Oh, nat 20
Nat
for the second one.
Nat 20.
That's his loaded dice.
These are my loaded dice.
Oh, he's got the trick dice.
These are also the dice.
It's a 20 on every side.
Yeah, right.
earlier.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, whoa.
There's like 3 20s in there somehow.
Oh god. So I'm assuming it's Uber dead.
16 damage.
16. Yeah, how do you want to do this last
Light it in the arse.
piece of the action?
It's like that one episode of Winnie the Pooh where he like goes up
Yes, please.
and then
explain.
just like he kind of comes up and he's like, whoa, he's wearing his shirt and everything, and it just
Pantsless.
rips Robin to shreds.
What kind of
Just I don't know. I didn't really watch it that much. I didn't.
That episode.
No.
Yeah, it's a little
No,
before my
no,
time, but
no.
he just
What
tear into him.
kind of childhood did you have over there? Good God.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't
the
know.
Grimm's fairy tales version.
You should have said it was like Winnie the Pooh
Brothers
going
Grimm.
in for like
Yeah.
a thing of honey.
Just protecting my fae,
Nice.
Okay.
my sweet
Oh
fae.
dear Lord.
And that will take you guys out of combat.
Ooh.
Do you want to return to your natural form?
Hell no.
No? You're in that for an hour.
I stay bear.
I know.
Okay.
I stay bear.
So, as the last of the remnants of the animated armor goes down, the armor is still there for you to collect a prize from, so you can bring it back to the city to show what you had slain. The other body, though, has dissipated and is gone. So the two individuals, the one disappeared, and then the one that's throat was slit, that body disappeared during the middle of your battle. What would you guys like to do?
All right, sir. I know that you're in bear form, but when you get out of that, you got some splaining to do. That's right. You need to tell us what that was about, because you didn't tell us, and I feel like that was a setup, and I don't like being set up. But you did good. You did good. But you're in trouble. No, I don't want to hear any of that bear lip. We're going to talk later. But for right now, I'm going to look and see if I see some insignia. But you're in deep trouble, even if you're a cute bear. Well, I can't stay mad at you.
He's just so snuggly.
I just give him
slashing and murdering.
I give him the eyes. I give him the like.
Dude, you know that's not even fair. That's not fair.
Genevieve comes running out from being hidden and behind this around the side of the building, and runs up to Sean and the bear. Do we want to take any of this armor back? I mean, I know if we put any of this on ourselves, it'll most certainly slow us down. And I already have my leather armor, and I'm not quite sure. I don't think it'd be safe either to put it on.
Do I see? I agree. Do I see anything that's like maybe an insignia or something that could to distinguish that this was something special?
I mean,
Put it on the bear.
fully crested on the shields of the animated armor were the emblems of what. Actually, give me a history check.
Yeah.
Where I
Good,
would not
good,
just give you guys
dang it.
answers.
Damn.
That is a nice 10.
Everyone can do it.
Oh,
Well, except can the bear?
Shields.
Can I wait? What is
Said
it?
Arcana?
It's
A
I
history check.
yeah.
Oh,
I
history,
keep
sorry.
I keep my wisdom.
You do keep your
in 11.
That's slightly
mental,
better.
but you are in a bear form, so
Yes,
you
you
wouldn't
get
be
it
able to tell anyone.
Rawr,
Yeah.
You would know.
I can tell him in there.
What was it? I don't quite understand.
I do
What was this? This is
A
a
history check.
I mean, you're a ranger. Do you
okay, well,
understand
it's-
any of that?
I got 17.
Okay.
Can you discern what?
I don't
this bear
have.
might be
I have
saying?
animal handling. I can make him do tricks. Oh, stand up.
Have him jump through hoops. Like
So
Gets up and then just mauls you.
the bear would notice that the emblems on the shields were of a lightning bolt and the swirling sea,
How are we
which
supposed to
is which the bear would know if he wants to ever tell anyone later on, is the symbols from Titan's Way.
The question is, do you do anything to let us know? Because right now I'm just rummaging through, looking at stuff, not knowing what I'm doing.
Lightning bolt and what?
And it's like a wave from the sea.
What was that, Cerny? Is little Johnny stuck in a well?
It's like sounds like and he's doing this. What are you doing?
No.
I think he's pretty low on HP. If somebody wants to attack him, he'd get knocked out of the form.
I'm at 20. I'm at 20.
I don't know. These are doing like 30 damage.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, true. Yeah, he could. I sure the guy did 55 damage. That's first.
Whoops.
Sean and I don't see anything at all that.
You wouldn't have noticed from what you
Okay.
saw. Yeah.
I go over and I sniff, and I kind of paw at the insignias.
Do I?
If you can speak, if you have speak with animals, you can do something. But if you don't, you're
I
kind
don't.
of SOL until he decides to drop the form.
No, you don't have to speak with that.
No, I don't. I'm just like,
He's just
are you hungry, Cerny? I know that when we get back, they're going to have some good worms for you.
he's just pawing at and we have no idea what he's. Okay.
Could I
Cool.
use insight to try to see if I can understand what he was trying to imply?
Sure. Come on. Not gonna be an easy roll.
23.
Let's see.
It's like easy roll. Oh.
No, because I'm going to look at what setting a DC is. So 20 is hard, and 25 is very hard. I'd say okay. You would notice that he directed you towards the shield and is pointing at the lightning bolt and the wave as this might be some kind of indication, but you still wouldn't know where it's from.
I don't know what it
Can't
is.
translate what he's saying, but you can understand he's trying to give you some kind of hint with what he's pointing to.
What do you want me? Can he understand language as a bear?
I've got all my wisdom and whatnot.
And
I have a
whatnot.
cramp in my foot.
Oh, I was like, wasn't sure. I was like, okay, is he not agreeing? Is that a baby poop face? I mean, what was? What
It's-
did you?
I'm in terrible pain, and I don't want to like act like I'm not a man right now.
Eat your potassium, kids.
I wasn't sure. I was like, what's going on over there? I'll just blame the bear.
Wow.
Play footsies.
So, you know, I don't do shields. I'm a. Oh, are you trying to tell me something?
So
I'm gonna grab the shield. I'm gonna look at it. Does this mean anything to you?
I would say for the two of you guys, if he doesn't want to drop form, both of you give me just a wisdom check.
I was going to ask, with all of Genevieve's travel and everything of being a hired assassin, if she's ever seen this before.
A 14.
You said a wisdom?
Yeah. So I would say this. Without him dropping a form and
clue.
telling you, because he's the only person that knows where it is, you would have at least the forethought to think, we should bring this with us, and I'm sure someone in town or in the city of Glasgow can identify the shield and where that incident is coming
I
from.
most certainly think we should bring it with us, and it is heavy, and I don't want our speeds to be. Well, it won't it slow your speed at all?
You guys have a carriage.
Oh,
You have
that's
horse
right. We have a
carriage.
carriage. I forget.
Well,
throw
load stuff on.
throw it in the carriage. I don't know if it's either, if it's magical, if it's quite safe for any of us to carry away on our person.
Just chuck it in the back.
I'm going to use my keen smell, and I'm going to use a perception check to see if I can smell any
Scouts.
living beings or any sense of civilization still here in
Yeah, absolutely.
in Pike. What's it? Advantage? Is 18.
Yeah. So CERN starts traversing around the buildings and sniffing at the bottom of the doors to see if he can smell anything. And you are able to smell, I would say, would be described as the stench of individuals too scared to leave their houses for about 3 weeks.
Ooh.
That any kind of privies they've needed to use have stayed indoors. They never ventured outside of their houses, but you can still smell that there are people that are alive. And as you're doing this, you have to remember also that the green haze is leaving the area, and slowly 1 or 2 doors open in town, and then a set of eyes peek out to
Do we see this as well?
Yep, you can all
Can
you can all tell this now. People are peeking out for the first time in weeks.
Can we just tell them, like, don't worry at all. Like, we're not here to harm you.
We've been sent from Kingsway. Now that we've dealt with this, have any of you seen any of the Kingsway Town Guard? There are some scouting parties that were sent
Smells
out.
terribly in here.
So yeah, what you'd see is like one or two eyes poke out, immediately close the doors. After about 5 or 10 minutes, someone does have the courage enough, an older gentleman, not older, but an adult male.
Bear will not harm you.
An adult male finally has the courage to actually come outside, and he introduces himself as Montague.
Montague.
And he says, I am what we call the mayor of Pike. We've been hiding for weeks now.
We could tell.
How many weeks
It
have we been
was-
hiding here?
It must almost be a month that we've been cooped up.
The 2 scouting parties were gone for a fortnight, and that's...
He's so distraught and so weak that he doesn't really have a lot of energy because they're like living on whatever was inside their houses for almost a month. And he says, I know at least one scouting party that made it here. They're in Jethro's house. And he points down the road to a house.
When was the last time you saw them?
They must have been a week and a half ago.
And you saw them, I assume, out of the windows? And
Yes, we looked out of the windows, and the 2 individuals, they yelled at them and they ran into Jethro's house.
What individuals were they? Were the ones that we just...
Ghostly looking,
Oh,
Men.
the rotting face one, I think
Yeah.
he's talking about.
and they hid. And you look down the road, and Jethro's house opens up, and a scouting party of Glasgow soldiers comes out. They are in their garb. Also, again, these people haven't eaten and done things in weeks, so very tired, very distraught. And they say to you, we tried to fight, but one of us immediately fell, and we got scared and we ran inside the house. They told us if we didn't leave, we would perish.
Who told you this?
The ghostly,
With
Monstrosities.
the rotten faces?
yeah, and we were put on a mission to find out what happened, but immediately one of us fell. It was like the hand of death touched him.
Were both of the parties together? We noticed a while back on the road that there were arrows and things strewn about. It looked as if something horrible had happened, and I assumed that they perished.
Another scouting party was sent.
There were 2 scouting parties that we were sent to find, and
We were the first.
Oh, that's not good. Well, I think you're the last now.
my
He looks
condolences.
he looks sad. I don't know who else was sent out after us.
We don't know either. We just on our way here. There was that ring with all of the rocks, and
He looks over and sees the bear. Jesus Christ!
the bear won't harm you.
Well, that's going on. I'm going to quickly throw a bag with rations in it to the guy. Problem is it turns out that when I left my room, I grabbed an old bag of rations, and they happen to be moldy.
They
probably don't care.
have like
It's
small
It's literally
daggers.
on
It's
my
like hard-
teeth.
it's like hardtack.
6 moldy rations.
really?
Yes.
They have daggers, and they
Just scrape
cut
off the
away the pieces that have mold. And as they do this, you see the leader of the scout troop. He puts a hand out to them and like shakes his head no. And they unspokenly understand, and they clean off the rations and they hand them to the people of the town instead.
Well, I was throwing it to the leader of the town, not
Oh,
to
not to the.
No, not to the guard.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
then
just-
And that was perfect.
they have paring knives, and
Yeah.
they're paring the
Scraping
mold
the mold
off,
off.
but they're all sharing with anyone that has the courage to come outside at this point.
Like, I'm sorry. It turns
And
out.
you have to realize there are some people, like, they have a tavern, so if some people are hiding in there, they might have had more food and more supplies, but they're handing it out to the people that were in places where you probably
They're all
won't have
fat.
it. They just smell bad.
Like, guys, what's going on out here? What,
I'm weak, but whatever. My belly's full.
is everyone in your scouting party, is everyone still alive?
They just lost one.
It's just the one
lost one.
that perished. I mean, I assume that it is safe for everyone to come out of the homes at this point. Yes.
So you see what would be the leader of the scout group, kind of, with any energy he has left, he kind of calls out to the people of Pike, and he's like, "People of Pike, the danger has passed. You may return to your homes. Let us hail our heroes." And he steps to the side and points to the three of you, and the people are clapping and applauding.
Genevieve fixes her
They are
collar.
Flick my silver hair back.
they are giving you anything that they do have.
There's nothing that we need.
Like they have weapons.
No.
Nothing that's better than anything that you guys already have. They don't have much food because that's something that was scarce at this time. But they do have a few coins, and they've collected about 100 gold coins.
No, it's not necessary at all. I don't want to take any of your money. That's not what we're here for. We
We were already paid to come out here by
came
the.
to find the scouting party and not take anything from your kind village. And we don't need your generosity.
There's a young girl, and she's like timidly trying to touch the bear.
Roll animal handling.
What?
Roll animal handling.
You want to take a look over the screen?
What'd you get?
Oh yeah.
Nat 20.
19.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty good.
She's actually a
pretty
champion
good. I'll
fighter,
allow
so it's
I'll allow it.
Little girl is like,
You rolled low. That could have gone bad.
Nothing to fear here.
So she's petting the bear.
What is the name of the company that we work for again?
Blades and magnets.
Blades and banknotes.
I don't know. I just know that.
Here.
No, I just know that they pay the bills. I don't pay attention. I don't say what. Something to consider is that
Where we?
by the power of Glasgow that we were sent here right by the town guard, but blades and banknotes are the ones that have freed you from this terrible thing. Just remember that the next time one of our parties,
calling card.
yes, just remember that the next time one of our parties is coming through, and make sure to show them the proper hospitality, because again, that's what we are here for. We may be being paid to do these things, but we are glad to be able to help out the common folk.
The mayor says, "Oh, most certainly. Anyone from Glasgow is always, welcome in our walls."
Not the town guard. They're a little bit useless, but don't tell them I said that.
And the town guard, I think he hears you. Yeah, he heard you. He
I wasn't being quiet about it.
He says, "We're really good inside of the walls."
I was just saying that.
But every
That's why.
So they all
That's why you're called the town guard, because you guard inside the town. Leave the exterior stuff for the adventurers like us.
We go
Nothing
we
against
go
you
where we're
personally.
told, but yes, thank you.
What? But let your superiors know.
So now that we have the one scouting party less one member, do we head back? I mean,
Well, I do think we should, yes, at least, and also to report what's happened. I would like to do one thing. There's a leader of these town guard, yes.
City guard, sorry.
Sorry, city
'Cause it's
city guard, yes, because they definitely didn't guard this town. So the city guard, I'd like to show him the broken.
Raynard? Or Captain Raynard?
No, the gentleman here. I'd like to show him
Oh,
the
Monty,
broken.
okay.
Yes. I'd like to show him the broken sword and say,
the mayor.
do you know the leader of the
The
city?
leader of the city guard, that's
Yes.
the scout leader.
Do you recognize this weapon? It's one of the weapons that we found at where we think your other group fell.
He takes the broken, you have the hilt,
And yes, whatever's left of it.
So like he takes the hilt and he goes to his hilt, and you see they're identical.
So it is one of you.
Absolutely is one of, the fallen scout.
I thought it was, unfortunately.
I'll shape out of the bear now, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Begrudgingly.
Okay, now
The camera's off, but whatever.
Oh, well,
What?
They won't be able to see it because I have a add up.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were saying that all that was lost, and I was going to be like,
Rage.
why 55 or 53, whatever it was.
I believe that there was a lightning bolt and a wave symbol that pertains to the Titan's Way
Is that what he's
from the magic
Is that what
beings.
he was pulling at?
Who are you telling?
Talking about the
To the
shield.
captain.
The captain of this guard.
Yes.
He says, I don't know why Titan's Way would be coming this direction,
Titan's Way.
unless
What do you think? It's an island off the coast?
unless this is a scouting party and it's an invasion. I'm gonna help you out. Give me a wisdom check.
Sean, aren't you familiar with Titan's Way?
Just because I'm from an island doesn't mean I know all the islands.
That is a 12.
All right. You guys confused. He's just trying to grasp for straws right now and put one thing together, but he has no clue.
I guess I'd like to know if when I hear Titan's Way, I want to see if I have an idea. Well, let's not do history, but okay, that would be an 11 if it was a history check.
All right. It is. I would say like you've heard of Titan's Way. Everyone can give me a history check on Titan's Way, and we'll see what.
7.
Nice.
13.
So, you guys have all heard of Titan's Way. It's not common. It is close enough to Glasgow that by boat you can make it there in a day and a half, maybe. But outside of that, none of you, especially none of you, have never traveled there or seen anyone from Titan's Way.
I've
There's just stories of Titan's Way.
only heard the stories when I was sailing here about it. They were like, don't go there. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Belfort Keep, but in all my travels, I'm not very familiar with them either.
Yeah, I guess I'll spill some beans then.
You say that out loud.
oh yeah, you have some explaining to do about what the ring and that other stuff, and what. So you had some other mission
Who's
that
the
you were on?
wizard?
Yes.
And
What?
Lord Greywin?
Yes. What? You could have said something. You could have let us know that there was some other thing going on, that this was not necessarily.
No rummaging through that bag that you have.
No.
You have to answer the. When we were at Blades and Banknotes before we all left, there's no talk of wizards or notes with gold rings around them. Nothing at all. I don't work with anyone. I work by myself, but as a team, I think it's only fair that you explain to us what. Dear God, Cern, explain to us what all of this is about.
Well, I was, right. Sometimes in people in a bird's life, when you are given, when sometimes you have a bag, and
Right.
in that bag is sometimes you carry things, and that is symbolic, and
Is it?
sometimes when the bag is closed, people can't see it, and so sometimes you carry something without people knowing, and that is kind of symbolic of what I was doing just now.
We know
Anyway,
we know you like
there is
trinkets.
so I turn back to the town guard. So
Any of it,
I
Sean.
believe
No,
Lord
I know he
Greywim.
likes to collect trinkets and things. He is a bird.
Lord Greywim, from Melee,
What?
gave me a ring
Oh, that's an
to
owl.
to give to the wizard to ask for his surrender.
Wizard.
what? Hold on. What?
I personally do not know anyone from Miele, but I think the gods that someone had the foresight to ask for the surrender.
Who's this
I
lord?
am unsure of
I've never
what
heard
that
of
is.
Lord Graham.
Feels
so
very
confused.
confused.
How long
What
have
nonsense are you talking about?
how long have you had this? Like this? Was this something that was just
Where
given?
did you find this letter?
He's like, I'm going to turn back into a bear.
Yeah, now I'm really regretting coming out of the bear.
What else is in that bag?
Yes. What other things have you been hiding from us? I told you things.
Well, all right.
We know you like to collect things and pick up shiny things here and there and put them in your bag, but oh my god, what do you
Like
see?
peeking
anything
over
in
it.
there?
I pull out my thing of worms.
Not
Well, you see,
again
number
for dried
4
worms.
is number 4 is where it's
Yeah, I know you like
crunchy.
right, and
and
it's
but
tangy,
it's
tart.
it's
You
tangy.
still haven't answered
It's
me if that's a
tangy.
bloodworm.
Anyway, I can tell all later.
At this point, the crowd is dissipating. People are almost trying to get back into a normal routine. People are,
Emptying out their pots.
yeah,
Let's.
absolutely.
Oh, outside must smell terrible. They're dumping all that shite in the middle of the road. Oh
They're
dear.
getting rid of it.
Watch out for the splashes.
Oh.
You can tell that the city guard are now starting to figure out their way.
I mean the
back
shitty
home.
guard.
So they're making their way towards their own carriages, and
Tell them Blades and Banknotes sent you.
they're
Please.
you can see like city guard almost have like an air about them in the city of Glasgow.
Oh,
because
there
they
it
have
is.
so much power and
Competence.
so much influence, but in this element where they have been frightened beyond anything, they're so grateful to you guys. You guys want to start heading back?
I do think I do. This town smells like shite.
Should we?
Should we? Do you know
I think we should-
something else? Any other rings that you got in there that are
Or
going to make people
notes.
magically disappear and get rid of the green mist? Enough of that.
I just
Not-
feel,
not that I-
I hear like clinking and
Yeah.
rustling and crunching.
Yeah. No. Well, I say let's maybe we should head back to Glasgow. Let's bring this to Merrimack. And let's bring that information there and maybe see about Titan's Way. Does that
And
sound
then
good?
maybe as we're
Right.
headed back,
Wizard.
you can
Headed back, yeah.
give us maybe a little bit more information.
Information.
Ring, Lord. I mean, you know, where
Lord.
did the person go? Where? He's not here. Where did he go?
I don't know about that. That was I didn't know that was going to happen.
Wait, so you just gave a man a ring? I mean, usually you have to take
I
someone out
had
on
a
a
note
date,
that
and
said
you have
give
to spend
the
some time
note
with him.
to the guy, and the guy was like, "Give me the note," and so I gave him the note, and then he cut the guy's throat, and you were there, you saw it, I don't know. I had a note. I was a messenger boy, just a little messenger bird.
Just simple men.
The carrier pigeon.
We're just simple men.
Nay, we are but men. Sorry.
Okay, so let's all get back on the carriage and head back.
I'm
to
so
Blades and
confused.
Banknotes.
I need to think about this a little bit. Just gonna get in the carriage and just mull.
Okay.
I say, I'm going to yell to the city guard, that mayhaps you should stay close to us, just in case, so it'll keep you away from any other trouble. Need to deliver you in good shape.
Yeah, they have no problem with
Yeah,
staying close.
and
We
the scouting party. Where are they? They're coming with
No,
us. Yeah.
it's just-
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Aye.
Sorry.
Do we have extra town's garb? That the garb?
No.
No, dang. I was gonna say
Can
we
we put
could.
some of it on?
Oh, we could just give it to one of the townspeople and bring them. Get a little extra reward.
Like they wouldn't recognize their own piece.
Yeah, we found all of them.
Oh,
actually.
do you want to come to
This
Glasgow
one
and
got
become
aged.
one of the Knights of City Guard?
Well, Fortnite did you hard.
He is aged. He went into this thing and all of a sudden, poof.
Got caught in the shit prison. Very dangerous.
Oh, yes. By the way, I'm going to tell the city guard to ride behind us. Don't want any of that shite wafting over to
they're-
Is
us.
there a
problem
particular way
complying.
that we're sitting in the carriage? Is who's like driving this carriage?
You
And
tell me.
I'll drive the carriage.
all right, I will sit up front with Sean.
I don't know about.
All right. So you guys are able to return back to the city of Glasgow without incident. You were able to go back to Blades and Banknotes and see Primrick and Maramir. They're happy to see you. Primrick is excited. You tell her the tale. She is like sitting wide-eyed, like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing!" Yeah,
This is just like a scene with music, and you just see like gesturing and like us drinking ales in the tavern.
awesome. So that is going to take us to the end of this one shot. So thank you, the three of you, for joining us today, for making some memories. And thank you so much for watching another episode of Legends of the Tabletop. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, then head over to see our friends at eldridge-foundry.com to create your own custom mini and use our code CHEESEBAGS with an S 15 to receive 15% off your order at eldridge-foundry.com. And as always, stay legendary.
Stay legendary. Stay fresh too, cheese bags.
Oh,
Good night, Canada.
ninja.
Good night, Canada.